Hey everybody, welcome back to Greasy Boy Customs. A while back we had a new future project come in, and today we're going to see if it'll run. It's this thing. 59 Ford vanette with a Ford Y block. Let's take a look at it. See if we can get this door open. Oh, there we go. Look how freaking cool this is. We got the Ford Y block here. Now the carburetor is already off. I'll tell you about that in a minute. You can see there's already a new coil on there, and we're going to see if we can get it running. So this is the Holley 2300 style carburetor that came off of that vanette. As you can see, it's got a little bit of corrosion and stuff down in here, but I'm hoping it's not too nasty inside. This carburetor, we did try to put fuel to it and it was leaking everywhere. Now something kind of unique that this does have is this little extra lever right here. This lever is cable operated and it's a throttle set. So if you're sitting still, the throttle's here at idle, but if you pull the cable, you can lock it into a position and idle it up. Now this carburetor has a list number of 1837. The list number is on the tower on these 2300s. That is not your part number, but your list number is your key to rebuild kits and replacement parts and history on the carburetor. There are other numbers on here. Sometimes you'll get Ford factory numbers like this one has. This carburetor, overall, it's not too bad looking. So like I said, I'm really hoping it's looking good inside. Now, we did contact Holley to get a rebuild kit, and that's when the problem started. Because they don't, in their master list of list numbers, they don't list that carburetor, but it's obviously a Holley. It says Holley, and that is when we contacted Allstate Carburetor. This was recommended by Holley to contact them. I'll post their information in the description for this video in case you're interested. And they sent us a whole rebuild kit with instructions, breakdown, all that good stuff. Power valve, accelerator pump, all the gaskets and seals, everything that is likely crap on this thing. So we're going to go ahead and bust this carburetor down, get it rebuilt, and then we're going to get it reinstalled and see if we can get this thing to fire up, or at least now have fuel going to it. We'll get started with that. We're not going to do a full instructional rebuild. We're just going to kind of do a time lapse on this and just show you some of the good and bad parts. Let's get started. Now, first things first, this wiring, sketchy. I don't know if we really want to hook any of this up because we might have a fire. So we're going to hot wire it straight, and then we're just going to pour some fuel in the carburetor and see what it does. We got a little bit of gasoline, and we got a fire extinguisher, and we have the engines turning over. Very slow, but it's turning over. We're going to put a little bit of gas in the carburetor. I really don't like doing it this way, but the fuel pump is a little foobarred, so we're gonna go with this. Keep the gas away from there. Let's connect ignition. Huh. Wow, that didn't work so hot. And there you go. We're running out of daylight, but we did get it running. Runs pretty decent. I did have an oil pressure gauge hooked up. It does have good oil pressure. It's a little noisy because it's been sitting and God knows what's in the oil that's actually in there right now. But the important thing is we know that it runs and it will run, and it's going to be a good candidate for a build. Now, as far as the rest of it, there is a lot to figure out with the brakes, steering, suspension, and the electrical. So we're going to talk to our customer about that, plan some more in the future, and hopefully see some more videos of this.